So this week is the last week, trading week of the month, and we are going to look at some interesting pairs, and we'll look at futures, gold, BTC, and then the index. So going on to starting with NAS 100, we want to analyze it. This is the weekly time frame. If you look at this, is our all-time highs, and that is an area in which NAS 100 has been resisted, and it looks like there is a change in trend. So for us to understand this more, we have to just switch to a lower time frame. Let's say we come to the daily. So on the daily, you can see clearly here, this was the all-time high. Market comes to form lower lows here, pulls back into these all-time highs and fails to break it, giving us a resistance and a price difference right here. So now with this, if I'm to just extend it all the way up to here, this is an area in which we shall look to trade in case NAS 100 pulls back. If we get that pullback into this area, then we can look for trading opportunities to take it to the downside. Of course, we have to monitor it from a smaller time frame, say the 4-hourly and stuff like that. So this is one trade we shall be watching out throughout this week, and this is the area in which we would like to trade it. Then going on to the next one, which will be US 30. Of course, US 30 again, I have to look at it from the higher time frame, and that is the weekly. So on the weekly, you can clearly see here, this is an all-time high reversed and touched. So giving you a double top, and we have our price difference area here based on the weekly, meaning this is an area if price pulls back into this area and gives us further confirmations, we can be able to take the trade to the downside. And then coming on maybe to the daily, you can see here, this still corresponds, and then finally to our 4-hourly time frame and how we would like to trade it. This is definitely how it looks like, and this is an area we want to trade from. And then finally going on to the Bitcoin, I need to analyze it again from the higher time frame, and that is the weekly. So the weekly chart for Bitcoin is really looking interesting, and it looks bearish. We just need to get confirmation. This has been our all-time high, and this has been our weekly highs. You can see this area here. So let me just zoom it and make it big. So this is our weekly high that the market is failing to break. And of course, we have these lows here, and then these other lows that we will expect price to come into. So going on to the last days of the month, this is where we are trading from. And then if I'm to just switch to the 4-hourly time frame, you can clearly see the idea here. So this is our weekly high and our resistance. And now we have a price difference area here. This meaning throughout the week, we'll be monitoring for a potential pullback into this area. And then if we get confirmations, we can take the trade, the downside. So this is what we want to see on Bitcoin, NAS 100 and US 30. And then to go on to the final trade that we would like to take, and that will be gold, which many people like to trade. So looking at gold on the weekly, it is looking very bullish. However, we have these weekly highs here. And then, of course, the break of structure to this side here. Since we are going on to the last days of the month, we could see maybe some bearish pressure beginning to develop. Of course, that is what we shall begin to analyze. So now, the most important thing is that it's waiting for further confirmations here. So we have an area of resistance that gold is in. So for us to be able to really trade gold, there are two things we want to see, and that is patience. If it happens and gold comes to break this, then we can look trade to continue to the downside. But if that does not happen, gold could actually break and continue until it hits 3,000. But this is definitely what it looks like for gold. So for gold, you just want to be patient and then wait. Now, for you to be able to trade this exactly with us, because we are going to be monitoring them, you just need to come join Throne FX. And then when the trades are ready, you will be able to receive them in the group and then trade them with us.